Hello guys.
Hello, welcome back to another topic. This is Netizen and social media, which is part of week number 14, virtual world. So the purpose, today we will learn about Netizen and social media to be able to conduct ourselves with good manners when working with family members and others, and using foreign languages to search for and collect various data, together with using information of technology to collaborate by having understanding rights and respecting others' rights, and tell others when found inappropriate information.
Okay, so I'm a digital citizen. First, I create, share, and collaborate online.
Okay, as a digital citizen, I protect my privacy.
And then I stand up to cyberbullying.
Okay, and I try to stay safe online.
Second last, I communicate respectfully.
And the last point is I am responsible. Okay, so the reason we tell you these 6 points is as a digital citizen, as someone who is using Line or WhatsApp or Facebook, you have a digital footprint. So if you say something bad about somebody, you may actually be bullying them. Or if you don't stay safe online, you can lose access to your privacy. Someone can steal your passwords. So everything you do online, others can see as well. So it is very important that as a digital citizen, you obey certain rules and regulations as well.
Okay, so what is a netizen? The word netizen is an example of portmanteau. It's French. A portmanteau is when you mash 2 words together to make a new word.
Okay, so we have Brexit and brunch are 2 words, and each word is made by combining 2 different words. So we want you to find out what are the 2 words for Brexit and what are the 2 words for brunch. And if you look down, there is net plus citizen, which is netizen. So the 2 words are net and citizen. So what are the words for Brexit and brunch? Write that down in your notes.
And this is also your vocabulary. The net, citizen, and netizen. That's the 3 vocabulary that you can write for this topic. So here are different types of social media.
So as you can see, first we start with video sharing. So YouTube and Vimeo are by far the most popular. Then you have Twitter, which is microblogging. Blogging is when you write a long paragraph about how you feel, or what are your thoughts, or if you want to write an informal journalist piece. Microblogging is when you write everything in small. So Twitter has a limit of 140 characters. So they're all part of social media. And then you have image sharing, of course, Instagram. Everyone has pictures on Instagram and Pinterest. And finally, you have networking, so where you connect with people. So you have Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, and Line, WhatsApp as well.
And collaboration. It's like Google Drive, Wikipedia, all the sharing parts together. So here benefits of social media. So we watch a video, then you can see that 5 steps, so increased exposure.
And also with social media, you can share your content faster.
You can build relationships.
And it's a very good platform for you to market your product.
And then faster communication. So watch the video and take note.
created using Powtoon.
So welcome back. So that was why social media is positive. Now we will watch a video on the disadvantages of social media, or why social media is harmful for you. Okay? So the first point is long time exposure to social media is bad for your health.
And then reduce personal contact.
So when you're spending so much time chatting with your friends, you don't actually physically meet them. So that leads to depression. So you feel you're lonely, you're at home having anxiety, and which can further lead to heart-related problems as well.
And then the last one, mental health. So like cyberbullying can get for mental health.
So watch the video and take down notes as much as possible. And when you finish watching the video, actually we shoot that because I think she put this here for us to tell them. So welcome back from the video. We would like you to go to Google and type in profs plus are you addicted to social media? Okay, and then take the test. And when you get the answer, you will know if you're addicted to social media or not. Okay? So write down the results from that quiz as well.
With social media sites being used by 1/3 of the entire world, they've clearly had a major influence on society. But what about our bodies? Here are 5 crazy ways that social media and the internet are affecting your brain right now. Can't log off? Surprisingly, 5 to 10% of internet users are actually unable to control how much time they spend online. Though it's a psychological addiction as opposed to a substance addiction, brain scans of these people actually show a similar impairment of regions that those with drug dependence have. Specifically, there's a clear degradation of white matter in the regions that control emotional processing, attention, and decision making. Because social media provides immediate rewards with very little effort required, your brain begins to rewire itself, making you desire these stimulations, and you begin to crave more of this neurological excitement after each interaction. Sounds a little like a drug, right? We also see a shift when looking at multitasking. You might think that those who use social media or constantly switch between work and websites are better at multitasking, but studies have found that when comparing heavy media users to others, they perform much worse during task switching tests. Increased multitasking online reduces your brain's ability to filter out interferences and can even make it harder for your brain to commit information to memory. Like when your phone buzzes in the middle of productive work. Or wait, did it even buzz? Phantom vibration syndrome is a relatively new psychological phenomenon where you think you felt your phone go off, but it didn't. In one study, 89% of test subjects said they experienced this at least once every 2 weeks. It would seem that our brains now perceive an itch as an actual vibration from our phone. As crazy as it seems, technology has begun to rewire our nervous system, and our brains are being triggered in a way they never have before in history. Social media also triggers a release of dopamine, the feel-good chemical. Using MRI scans, scientists found that the reward centers in people's brains are much more active when they're talking about their own views as opposed to listening to others. Not so surprising, we all love talking about ourselves, right? But it turns out that while 30 to 40% of face-to-face conversations involve communicating our own experiences, around 80% of social media communication is self-involved. The same part of your brain related to orgasms, motivation, and love are stimulated by your social media use, and even more so when you know you have an audience. Our body is physiologically rewarding us for talking about ourselves online. But it's not all so self-involved. In fact, studies on relationships have found that partners tend to like each other more if they meet for the first time online rather than with a face-to-face interaction. Whether it's because people are more anonymous or perhaps more clear about their future goals, there's a statistical increase in successful partnerships that started online. So while the internet has changed our verbal communication with increased physical separation, perhaps the ones that matter the most end up even closer. Speaking of social media, we had you ask us questions on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, Google+, and every other social platform we could find, and did a Q&A video over on ASAP Thought. So if you feel like getting some insider info on ASAP Science and behind the scenes, check it out with the link in the description. Got a burning question you want answered? Ask it in the comments or on Facebook and Twitter. We also finally got a P.O. box for all of you amazing science lovers who have requested to send us mail or other stuff over the years. And we'd love to hear from all of you, so feel free to use the address on the screen or in the description box. And subscribe for more weekly science videos.
Okay, and here, work mode, thinking tool, PMI, having social media. So write 5 positives and 5 negatives about social media.
And finally, the interesting bit. So think about what you have to say and how do you feel about social media? How does it help you? Okay? And you can rewind back in the video to look at all the advantages and disadvantages of social media as well.
So reflective, how can you be a good netizen?
And secondly, what are the advantages and disadvantages of social media?
And don't forget to write the vocabulary in English and in Thai in your notebook.
And finally, make a PMI on having social media in your daily lives. And yeah.
Okay, see you for the next video. Bye bye.